What's up, my Nimbugs? It's your boy Josh from the Elestronauts, and I'm here with Swolelax. We both participated in the tourney that happened today, and we both brought a deck that is a little bit toxic.
I don't know about you. I think this deck is plenty of fun. I saw a lot of burn, and I heard of some legendary stuff happening. So
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna talk about it. We got to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So Josh and I were theorizing what to bring to this event. You know, we've already conquered stuff like wind, like earth, like thunder,
Bears.
and we just want to bears. Oh my god! Rather, we wanted to bring some of the unexplored options inside of this game, and this allegedly was something that was conceived early on in the game's development that we seemingly dug up from the archives. So, Josh, what are we playing today?
We are playing Burn, baby. We're just playing Burn. We're not playing Krakatuga because that card's bad, but we're just playing cards that burn. So, and when I say playing cards that burn, we're playing every single card that burns except for Krakatuga. So, like, we're playing 3 Nekroth. We're playing 3 Toxion. Both these cards say burn. Exaltair, he also says burn. This card searches Exaltair, so it's like kind of like a burn card. And then we're playing, of course, Eruption. You have to play Eruption. So all in all, we're playing 13 cards that burn. And you know what? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I mean, technically, Elechick is like a pseudo burn card.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting is that, you know, and AJ pointed this out, I think either on stream, and kind of talked about it before, where burn cards inside this game are deceptively powerful, especially in a best of one format. As you're using cards to play, you're also taking your own life, your own health. So, you know, how about we just expedite that process a little bit?
Yeah, like it's crazy to think though that like over the course of the game, like I am essentially having your spirit count. One of the things that's really, I guess, interesting, or like even whenever coming up with the theory for the deck, and it happened a lot in testing, and it happened a lot in the tournament today, where I would OTK people with over 10 spirits left.
What was your favorite burn card in this list?
Exaltair, by far. I was very surprised at how powerful this card has been. I think the one weakness this has is the fact that like it doesn't do anything without Aeolus, which came up a couple times. But anytime that you have Aeolus access, like I feel like I can OTK at any point of the game.
Let's get into the rest of the deck.
Yeah, I mean the rest of the deck for the rest of the Elestrals, it's just consistency stuff. The deck does have a hard time getting over certain cards, so like that's why we're playing the 2 Swolelax, because you can still search it off the Aeolus, especially if your wind spirits are low. So like these are the only other 5 Elestrals we're playing, but they're all really good. I mean, Astrabbit is basically a burn card too. We are playing 1 Zeus, I mean, for the same issue that I mentioned earlier, trying to get over cards like Astrabbit. Astrabbit and like Swoltuga are 2 problems for the deck. So like, sure, you can just avoid dealing with it and just burn your opponent through effects, but you'd rather burn and attack, so you need a card to help get over those walls. Next, Shocker removal, resting on your laurels. We're not playing Earthquake because the spirit math is horrendous in this deck. We'll talk about it in a second and my experience with the spirits, but resting again I think is like the best removal option in set 1. I'm curious to see if it's good in set 2. Triple Ambrosia, staple, Shocker. And then we are playing just the whole slew of counter runes because you have to. You don't have an option. You literally have to play all 12 in almost every deck.
Best cards in the game. Oftentimes you can sit on a guy that burns, Toxion, Exaltair, even the weaker guys, and then just counter runes.
Yeah, it's dumb. Very, very dumb. Let's go over the spirit math real quick. Wasn't super happy with the spirit count, but like it was fine. I never really missed anything except for extra wind spirits. So we're playing 6 of all of the main ones. So 6 fire, 6 Zaptors, which again still kind of feels low, and then 6 Lycoris. I think moving forward, I bump this up to 7, and then bump Zaptors down to 5. I was expending Thunders all day because I just didn't need them. And there were plenty of times that like I could have OTK'd even earlier had I had 1 additional Wind Spirit.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where it feels like the combo of Aeolus plus an Exaltair, it's like kind of forces you, you're using 4
You're using
on
all
average.
of them. Like, or 3. Like,
or 3, and it's like that's a lot. And so I agree, bumping up to 1 would probably be good. Maybe taking out a Zaptor for it. It's hard to get around 6/5 Pyro just because of the nature of Eruption.
yeah, I mean, you have to. Plus the Necrofs. But, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's also what the Ambrosias are for.
Yeah, and then last but not least, on 2 Leviathan, because again,
Yeah.
You
gotta. Let's talk side deck stuff, because I think that there was actually some decent amount of spice or, like, some good theory with the side deck. So I guess we're playing the 3rd copy of Sorlet. Shocker, if you need more beaters, certain matchups call for an extra 5, especially if you're going into like water and stuff too, and they're playing like a huge Mustation package. You're gonna need extra copies of this. 1 copy of P-Gust. I sided this in top cut, came up, I drew the 1 copy, hit a Gorgons. He only set 1 back row, and then I OTK'd. It was awesome. This is a card that I think is actually probably the most interesting part of the side deck is 2 Tornado.
Yeah, talk about this one a little bit. I was actually a little bit confused on initially we brought this up. I was like, oh, he's got the spice. This is
yeah,
crazy.
because like I know like you and I tried to solidify the deck list, and then I changed this because I forgot what we decided to play on the side. But the idea at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday was, oh, if my opponent is playing Thunder or Wind, I can bounce their Divine Rune back to their hand and make them cast it again. So, like, in theory, this is also a burn card. I did side in 2 altars. It didn't come up. I didn't side it in at all. Triple Pandoras because it just feels mandatory. I got Pandoras in top 4 against Coder, and that hurt really bad. Didn't expect Pandoras to be as punishing as what it was. And then the last card, which actually I think was an MVP, I think it won me my top 8 game, was siding 3 Nectar versus Water, was that you take out 3 Tsunamis, you put in the Nogs, and then you take out an Exaltair and put in a P-Gust. So, like, you still have the Exaltair to search off your Aeolus, but, like, you also have, like, more back row removal. And then you're going to see your burn cards and Eruptions more with Nog.
So Nog is great because it just gets you into those burn cards. And again, playing a billion of them. So
absolutely. So, I mean, this felt great. Again, side deck felt better than average, honestly. For especially a burn deck like this. The one thing I will say, this deck is extremely toxic. No one will like you. I'll be honest, playing this deck all day, I felt so bad decisively. How many spirits do you have left? How many spirits do you have left? How many spirits do you have left? Knowing that, like, I can OTK at any point.
What was the most spirits you think you burned today? Because I heard in testing there was an amazing 11 spirit.
Oh, I think I did 12 today.
Oh God.
You know, if JT's watching this video, I think he can confirm. But
oh no,
it was either 11 or 12 today.
Or JT, I gotta do him like that.
Yeah, I know. He's the boy.
You're a nut, Josh. Congratulations on a top 4 finish with this deck. I think that is probably one of the craziest showings that we've seen. I know a lot of the people in chat watching on live stream were rooting for you.
We tried.
This is the People's Champions deck. Yeah, we'll try it and in some ways succeed.
So
I
again,
think this proves a big point.
We're doing a deck profile. Do not play this deck. Just don't play this. Like, we don't want this. I played this to prove a point,
and it's so good.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, bye.
Bye.